Welcome back to CarScope, the channel where we go beyond the brochure and bring you the full scope of what makes cars stand out or fall short. Today, we're diving into a machine that blends heritage, French eccentricity, and modern ingenuity. It's a name you might not hear often in contemporary showrooms, but once it's said, it stays with you. This is our in-depth review of the 2025-2026 Panhard PL 17. A revival of a classic with a thoroughly modern twist. Let's begin where most relationships with a car start, the design. The exterior of the PL17 pays homage to its post-war roots, yet somehow manages to look both futuristic and nostalgic. The front fascia is unmistakable. Instead of following the aggressive trend with razor-thin headlights and hyper-sculpted grilles, the PL17 opts for personality. Twin oval LED headlamps sit within softly contoured pots, giving the car an almost animated, expressive look. A thin chrome strip outlines the grille, reminiscent of the 1960s model but reimagined with today's minimalist approach. The bumper integrates slim daytime running lights that flow into the fenders, creating a visual width that makes this compact car appear more substantial on the road. From the side, the design becomes even more distinctive. The PL17 doesn't follow the coupe-like SUV trend or pretend to be a sports sedan. It embraces its silhouette. There's a subtle curvature to the roof line, almost like a droplet tapering gently toward the rear. Frameless doors give it a sleek, uninterrupted profile, and a thin chrome line runs from the A-pillar to the tail, bringing visual length. The 17-inch turbine-style wheels add a touch of retro-futurism, finished in brushed aluminum with a Panhard crest in the center caps. Wheel arches are lightly flared, giving the car an agile stance without being overbearing. At the rear, the PL17 does something few compact cars dare to. It gets artistic. The taillights are vertical, split by a spine that bisects the rear end with an integrated brake light. A wraparound chrome bar below the glass brings cohesion to the rear and matches the design language up front. The bumper houses hidden exhausts, a nod to the car's efficient, environmentally conscious powertrain. A subtle roof spoiler enhances airflow while giving the rear a sporty touch, but nothing about the design screams for attention. It's refined confidence in a market of loud exclamations. Open the doors and step inside, and you'll see that the designers didn't leave their imagination at the exterior. The interior of the Panhard PL 17 is a lesson in retro-modern fusion. The dashboard is clean, horizontally laid out, and features a two-tone color scheme: a rich burgundy atop soft ivory, separated by a fine wood veneer strip. A floating 11.5-inch infotainment touchscreen sits center stage, slightly curved toward the driver, running Panhard's in-house OS built on Android Automotive. It's responsive, elegant, and even has a retro toggle to switch themes between classic, modern, and night voyage. Behind the wheel, a digital driver cluster provides key information with customizable layouts, but always with a soft, serif-style font that's a clear nod to mid-century design. The steering wheel is a work of art: a two-spoke, flat bottom, wrapped in stitched vegan leather, with tactile buttons that feel like vintage stereo controls. Seats are comfortable and supportive, upholstered in a plant-based leather alternative with subtle pinstripe detailing. Both front seats are heated and ventilated, while the rear bench is spacious enough for two adults to sit comfortably, though three across is a tight fit. Rear legroom is generous for a compact, aided by the car's clever underfloor battery packaging. Storage is ample, with door bins that actually accommodate full-sized bottles, a deep center console with wireless charging, and a glove box that opens with a satisfying analog click. There's also a panoramic glass roof with an electronically tinting feature, allowing you to choose between clear, lightly shaded, or blackout modes depending on the light or your mood. Performance-wise, the 2025-2026 Panhard PL 17 offers two distinct powertrains. The entry model comes with a 1.3-liter turbocharged inline-3 paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, producing the respectable 138 horsepower and 170 pounds-feet of torque. It's mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that offers smooth, quick shifts. This setup gets you from 0 to 60 in about 9.2 seconds, not a sports car, but definitely agile enough for urban and suburban life. Then there's the Emotion variant, a full EV, with a 61 kWh lithium iron phosphate battery delivering 215 horsepower to the front wheels. It sprints from 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds and boasts a WLTP range of 310 miles, or around 280 in real-world mixed driving. Charging from 10 to 80% takes just under 28 minutes on a 150 kW fast charger, and home charging at 11 kW will take roughly 6 hours. Handling is where the PL17 surprises. It's light, sure-footed, and benefits from a well-tuned McPherson strut front and torsion beam rear setup. In corners, there's a slight roll, but nothing alarming. The steering is precise if a bit light, which is perfect for city maneuvering and long commutes. The EV model adds a bit more weight due to the battery pack, but the lower center of gravity actually improves stability and cornering grip. Driving modes include Eco, comfort, and dynamic. In Eco, throttle response is softened and VAC is optimized for efficiency. Comfort mode adds a bit of weight to the steering and prioritizes smooth gear shifts, while dynamic sharpens throttle response and even pipes in a subtle synth motor sound in the EV for driver engagement. In terms of tech and safety, the PL17 comes loaded. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, and a 360-degree camera system are all standard. Higher trims include automated parking, cross-traffic alert, and a heads-up display that projects speed and navigation on the windshield in crystal clarity. Pricing is where things get really interesting. The base mild hybrid PL17 starts at just under $26,000, making it a very competitive option in the compact segment. The EV Motion trim begins at around $34,000, which, considering the features, range, and design, is aggressively priced. Optional packages include a Grand Lux pack with massaging seats, upgraded sound system bifocal, and extended ambient lighting, as well as a touring pack that adds adaptive dampers and roof rails. Warranty coverage is comprehensive: 5 years or 60,000 miles bumper to bumper, and 8 years or 100,000 miles for the EV battery. Service intervals are every 12 months or 12,000 miles, and Panhard offers a mobile service van for minor repairs and diagnostics in select cities. So, after spending a week with the 2025-2026 Panhard PL17, what's the verdict? This car isn't trying to be something it's not. It's not pretending to be a hot hatch, a pseudo-luxury cruiser, or a budget family hauler. Instead, it stands confidently as a well-designed, thoughtfully engineered, and stylistically brave compact car. It appeals to those who value design, heritage, and individuality but also care about efficiency, practicality, and value. In a world of increasingly similar vehicles, the PL17 is refreshingly different. It's a car with character, with just enough work to keep things interesting, but with the modern technology and performance to satisfy everyday needs. Whether you're an EV enthusiast, a lover of French design, or simply someone who wants to drive something no one else has, the PL17 makes a compelling case. Thanks for tuning into CarScope. If you enjoyed this review and want more in-depth, character-rich looks at the automotive world, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Until then, drive safe, stay curious, and keep your eyes on the road and the horizon.